Hey everybody, here's another Comic Clerks video, and here is the Star Wars spoiler video I was talking about. So, dun, 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 dun. Alright you guys, so this movie was awesome. It was amazing. It was pretty much off the charts for anything Star Wars that I've seen recently. I was so excited, but you know, you know how you go into the movie theaters and you see a movie and it's like you've been waiting so long to see it and it's static, you don't see anything wrong with it. That's how I was in this movie. Because when I got out of the movie theater, I was like, not even after I got out of the movie theater, because I'm sure you guys saw that video where I was still saying it was awesome. Now don't get me wrong, the movie was awesome, and just after, I don't even think it was after, it was like a couple days when I started thinking about it, and I was like, this movie is kind of just like the original trilogy. We have a bigger Death Star, a way bigger Death Star that destroys multiple planets, and we have to find a way to blow it up. That doesn't sound familiar or anything. Sounds perfectly like a copy and paste of pretty much that's pretty much what it was. Copy and paste, just bigger stuff, huger Death Star, huge different ways to, just a whole different way of getting about it pretty much. We didn't have a stormtrooper that turned traitor and had sanitation codes to get inside, but that's new. But anyways, you guys, like I said, the movie's still awesome. You guys should still go and see it. We had, new people, old people. When you see Han Solo back on the screen, you're like, Princess Leia on the screen. It kind of just brings back some memories. That's why I think that I was so excited about it. It was nostalgic, it was new, and it just had me all wrapped up in it at the once. You won't fool me when the next movie comes out, Disney, Star Wars, whoever you're owned by now. You won't fool me at all, because I'll be ready for it this time. This time I wasn't ready for it, but I will be ready for next movie. So here's some questions that I have about the movie. As you know, Finn is my favorite character of the movie. He pretty much stole the movie from me, Yeah, he just did all out. He was a stormtrooper. He was a runaway. He destroyed the new Death Star. He wielded a lightsaber. He was just on it. Saved the girl and everything. He was just on it in this movie. So the questions for Finn for me is he a Jedi? And I want him to be a Jedi so bad. Everybody keeps saying that he's not a Jedi, but I want him to be a Jedi. Come on now. He was wielding the lightsaber. Like, if he had some more teaching, he probably would have, done a better job. But with what he knew, he was doing a pretty good job. And another thing about Finn is, how is he able to fight the program in the First Order had put on him when pretty much nobody else has? So you kind of want to think that maybe some force interfered on that one. That's my hopes on it. I want Finn to be a Jedi. He doesn't have to be super powerful in the Force, but he can have, some kind of abilities. It's like, kind of not having another Jedi just kind of defeats the purpose and we're trying to balance the light side and the dark side, because it seems like the dark side is just running rampant after Luke decided he wanted to dip out. But I'm gonna get on Luke later. Now, I've got some questions for for Rey. Like, we all want to know who left her on that planet. It kind of is leading to that Luke left her on that planet, and like why did he desert her on that planet and go into hiding? It kind of makes no sense. If he's trying to battle the dark side, why would he leave a a child that he could train from pretty much a young child to be powerful in the Force? It kind of, maybe because he trained Kylo Ren and we kind of see where that happens, why, I guess we can see why he didn't want to train somebody else. And also, is she his daughter? We all kind of know what happens when, Jedi's, what should we say? Jedi's decide to have kids, because when Anakin decided to have kids and fall in love, he went a little nuts. Did Luke decide to do that? Maybe that's why he kind of blames himself, and it still doesn't make any sense to me why he would leave his daughter on a planet where she had to fend for herself, and pretty much is upsetting to me why Luke would do that when he was I guess not abandoned, but he pretty much did the same thing that they did to Luke, and he wasn't too happy about that when he found out. So why would he do that to somebody else? So another question with Rey is, how did she learn all the stuff that she knows? Because she was ripping apart the Millennium Falcon, and you guys can say that she was on that planet for that long, and if she is a Skywalker genes kind of make her good at, all that taking apart stuff and shits. But, Anakin was around that stuff when he was a slave, and that's what Waldo did. He traded with scrap parts and all that. He was, a slave to a person who dealt with that. Luke, he had somebody who pretty much dealt with that. So you're saying you dumped an orphan on a deserted planet and she was able to learn all that stuff by herself, because it looks like she doesn't have any parents at all, because she said she was sit on there waiting for them to come back. So it's kind of wonders where she got all her skills from. Alright, now to the dark force of everything. Kylo Ren questions. Why does he seem so weak with the dark side? I mean, we've seen him ripping out thoughts from people's minds, choking people, all that stuff, but he just seemed not as much of a threat as the previous, Sith Lords. Darth Vader, we all know he was nobody to mess with. Darth Maul, even though he lost in the first movie, you kind of saw that he was nobody to mess with. Count Dooku, not somebody to mess with. Darth Sidious, not somebody to mess with. But Kylo Ren just seems really not into his role as being a Sith Lord or a Sith Padawan, whatever he is. He just seems to not be tapping into all that. And we see that he struggles to kill his father and struggles to kill Han Solo. And it's like, really? It's like, we see that he just seems not into it at all. He didn't really convince me as a Sith Lord. He really convinced me that he was a spoiled brat, pretty much. I don't know. I guess you're not really a spoiled brat when you decide to, skewer your father with a lightsaber, but he didn't seem Sith Lord to me at all. He just felt like, I don't know. He wasn't one of my favorites. So we see that, I read that, I wanted to know why he turned into the dark side. And it says that he wanted to fulfill his grandfather's ambition and all that. I think, the stories of how powerful his grandfather was just kind of went to his head. If you kind of think that, if you like, hey, I'm the descendant of such and such and such, and I'm going to, be that powerful pretty much. I think that's kind of where it was going. And since he couldn't get that powerful training with Luke, he decided that, hey, I'm going to get that powerful training with this guy named Snoke. Now, who is that? What is that? Am I just missing out on something? Is that something in the books or the Star Wars Clone Wars show that I just didn't notice? What is Snoke? What is that? I really want to know what that is. If somebody can tell me what Snoke is, I'd appreciate it, because he was a creepy looking thing. I don't know, but it's like, where did he meet this guy to, be able to train into the dark side? Now let's get on Luke, and I'm kind of pissed off on Luke Skywalker right about now. You're saying he left and threw the whole galaxy out of balance again. He created this mess with this new Sith Lord, and he decided, hey, I'm going to dip out, and throw the whole world, the whole galaxy back into chaos. Wasn't the whole point of him saving the galaxy so that the light can, balance, so he could balance the Force? It seems like he sent the Force right out of balance after he put it back into balance. So, who is actually the chosen one that was supposed to bring the Force back into balance? Because Anakin didn't do it. Luke didn't do it. It seems like every time they did it, they threw it right back out of whack. Anakin was in the, putting it back with the Clone Wars, taking out Sith Lords. Then he decides to go dark side. Luke Skywalker takes out Darth Vader, Darth Sidious, and he decides that he's going to go to a distant planet and be just like, what's going on with these guys? So, why is he on a deserted planet, and why isn't he trying to stop anything? He seems to be on this huge vacation, and it's kind of upsetting that a lot of these Jedis have done that. It's like, what are you guys doing? Obi-Wan Kenobi was on a planet. What was he doing for all those years? Yoda was in exile also. What were you guys doing all these years? You guys were just letting the dark side just run crazy instead of trying to stop them. Like, what are you guys doing? The First Order has came and pretty much taken over the galaxy again. This has happened. How many trilogies? This is the third trilogy. So this has happened twice. This has happened twice already. You guys haven't learned anything? Have we not? I know the Jedi archives have been destroyed, but Luke can communicate with past Jedis to see what he's doing wrong. Somebody tell him that he was not supposed to do that. Alright, you guys, I'm going to stop ranting about, Star Wars. Hopefully, I get some more answers to my questions of what's going on in the Star Wars universe right now. If you guys liked the video, subscribe to the channel, you guys. Tell me what you liked about it. Tell me what you didn't like about it. Alright, you guys. See ya.